welcome back to the YouTube channel. It's the Gruesome Twosome, and we're back with another video. Wonder what I'm talking about today. I have no fucking idea. I wonder. There's a lot to talk about. It's not just the movie. There's a lot to talk about. I'm gonna go cut down a tree after this. No, I'm also in love with Tom Holland.
I'm not gay, but damn, you're good looking, bro.
You don't have to be gay to appreciate a man's beauty.
Nah, bro, I'd fuck you.
Yeah. And you made me wonder, hey, wait, why didn't this review come out sooner? Well, you know, holidays and stuff. And then also, I got really sick. Like, for no reason. I caught like a bad bug. I'm still getting over it. So, sorry if my voice gets a little raspy. Earlier today, it sounded like I was smoking for 47 years. But I just felt the urge to film this video, you know? Like, why not, right? There's a lot to talk about. Okay, so, first thing I want to do is talk about the movie, of course. Spider-Man No Way Home. And if you haven't seen it, you probably shouldn't be in this video. I don't know why you clicked on this video. Spoilers, right? There's so much that happens. Aunt May dies. Let's start with that. That was kind of sad, but I never really got attached to her, so it was whatever. But I do like the other Peters influencing the MCU Peter. I really like that. I like the chemistry of the actors all together. I like I like my boys, Toby and Andrew. Like they were just arm in arm. Oh my gosh, it was so wholesome. It was so nice. Andrew's Peter, like, you know, he's moving past Gwen's death and he gets to redeem himself. Oh my gosh, dude, I literally like tears came out of my eyes when he started tearing up when he caught MJ. Because it's the exact same way that Gwen died, but this time he was ready. He was better prepared. And he learned from his mistakes. He's been repeating that in his head all this time. And Andrew Garfield's just such a good actor. Such a good actor. Oh my gosh. But I will say, Tom Holland is really holding his own. Really holding his own. I actually really like Tom Holland's performance in this movie. But I loved the villains coming back too. And how they dealt with them. And I think my favorite scene in the freaking movie was when Peter was helping them. He was like, no, I'm not going to send you to die. That's not what I do. You know, like, if I know someone's going to die, I'm going to try and do something about it. That's Spider-Man in essence. That's the purest form of, like, Spider-Man. And it was just so satisfying to see him make all these antidotes, contraptions for all the villains. And try to cure them. Like, it's such a nice thing to do. It's the right thing to do. And Aunt May had to make him do it. But because he did that, she died. Not because she did that. It was because freaking Green Goblin was like, hey, I'm gonna call my little thing here. I'm like a little glider. Wow. Willem Dafoe obviously got the best performance of the movie for me. Obviously. Because he's doing, like, that whole number he did, like, 20 years ago. And it's like he hasn't even lost a beat. He just looks a little bit older, that's it. But literally, he's just like, no, Goblin, I don't want to do evil things. I don't. He's like, but you do. When freaking Peter in the apartment scene was, like, punching him, he's just, what? He's like, bro. Why have we never seen Willem Dafoe as a Joker? I don't know. But, dang, he was so good in this movie. And he did all of his own stunts. What the frick? Willem Dafoe was crazy cool. He's like 60-something. And he's just like, no. Like, that was literally a stipulation. He was like, I'm not going to do the movie unless I get to do my own stunts. What a guy. I wish I got to see more of Toby and more of Andrew, like, in action. Like, they had moments with all three of them. All three Spider-Men. but I really wanted to see like individual Spider-Man moments. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to see Tobey kind of pop off, you know, show his experience and everything. The closest we got was him like crawling up the Statue of Liberty, maneuvering really well through all that. But like they were all pretty much evenly matched. I think Tobey is stronger than Tom Holland's Peter because just because Tom Holland was like wailing on Willem Dafoe or Green Goblin, and he was just laughing in the apartment. And when he tries to kill him at the end, Tobey is just like, no, nope. He's like, no, come on, let me do it. He's like, no. And he gives him that look. He's like, I love this movie. I love this movie. All right, short story. It's an A+. It's a freaking A+. But why am I giving the grade so early? Well, it's freaking because we have more to talk about. Okay. All right. I do want to note that one shot in the apartment where Peter's trying to close all the windows or make sure Aunt May doesn't see the press outside the windows. I really like that scene. It was a one shot and it was extremely well done, and you should be proud of that. Anyway, well, Tom Holland gets another free 3 movies, another trilogy, and I'm so excited because the ending of this movie leaves him in such a good place. And one of the best places, like the best place for this MCU Peter Parker. He's in a crappy apartment. Not crappy. Crappy. Like, that's big for New York. But it's an apartment that looks like Tobey's old apartment from the original trilogy. And he's making his own suit. He's listening to police radios so he can, you know, go crime fight. No one knows who Peter Parker is. He's not the next Iron Man anymore. He doesn't have all the Stark tech to rely on. He has to do it all himself. But that new suit at the end, oh, so good. So good. Oh, it was so nostalgic to see. I think it was just like that color blue. It was just very nice. Like when they first had the red and blue one in Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Civil War, it was just kind of, it was darker because I think they wanted him to not like stick out, right? But now he's doing his thing. He's doing his own thing. And I think they're really gonna, this was more of a Peter Parker Spider-Man movie than any of the MCU movies. Although I did like Far From Home. I thought it was very good. But this one just actually felt like a Spider-Man movie for me. And at the end, there was the symbiote there. So I'm like, okay. So we're gonna get the symbiote next movie. I mean, if he's going down this darker route, he has a lot less going for him. So he's gonna be a lot more down on himself. I mean, I saw the GED test in like one of the boxes he was bringing in to move in, like a study guide, because Peter Parker doesn't exist anymore. So he has to create an identity from scratch, which means he has to get his diploma again. But I think Peter can do it. Peter Parker is supposed to be a genius. And I think this MCU Peter Parker is one of, if not the smartest Peter Parker out of the 3 that we know. I mean, he has more technology, to be fair, but he was working side by side with Norman Osborn to find cures, and he even offered him a job. I thought that was really cute. It was really sweet. And on top of that, so if Peter Parker's going on this darker route, then surely we're gonna see Black Cat. Surely we're gonna see Black Cat. We always see Spider, like in the PS4 video game, we see him past that point in his life with Black Cat. We don't ever get to see him with Black Cat, especially we never seen on the big screen. Definitely not. So I would love to see Black Cat on the big screen. I think she would fit right in with the MCU. With all these vigilantes going around, I mean, all these assassins, like, it kind of makes sense, right? And on top of that, now fans are campaigning for The Amazing Spider-Man 3 because of how good Andrew Garfield was in this movie, bruh. Like, he was so good. When he first came in, he's like, alternate realities, science, and all this mumbo jumbo. It's all real? Yeah. Oh, it's so nice to see. I love Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. he wasn't done justice in his movies. He was great in the movies. And just seeing those performances, them getting back into those roles, so nice to see. But fans are campaigning for The Amazing Spider-Man 3, and I think we need it to happen. I want to see Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man fight Tom Hardy's Venom. That's what I want. It makes sense, right? Because he was specifically taken out of the MCU, so Tom Holland couldn't fight him. And Tobey's already fought a Venom in his universe. So it only makes sense that Andrew Garfield would get a third movie fighting Venom. It only makes sense to me. They already did a trilogy with Tom Holland. Like, doesn't Andrew Garfield deserve, at least the same kind of treatment? I think so. And Andrew Garfield is the biggest Spider-Man fan out of the 3 Spider-Man actors. And of course, I want a Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire even said that, like, during the writing phase and everything, that he didn't want too much backstory about what's happened to Peter in between Spider-Man 3 and now. Besides that, him and MJ worked out. Yay! Leaves the door open for Spider-Man 4. There's so much space in between. We could easily have a prequel. And that's what I want. I want multiple Spider-Man movies. And I think Sony wants it too. If it makes dollars, it makes sense. If you announce Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire, I'd cry. And then I would go see it 5 times. If you announce The Amazing Spider-Man 3, I'll cry, and then go see it 5 times. And that's what I'll do with this next Tom Holland movie as well. We already know it's coming out though, because I think Kevin Feige said that it's in active development right now, Spider-Man 4. So it should come out the end of 2023, maybe. That's what I'm hoping for, at least 2 years. I think it's pretty reasonable to think that. It's been 2 years for every film, so just keep it going, I guess. But give us multiple Spider-Man movies. We love Spider-Man. We love Spider-Man. This movie reached $1 billion in 12 days. Or no, 11 days. $1 billion in 11 days. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? If it makes dollars, it makes sense, Sony. Give me more Tobey Maguire. Give me more Andrew Garfield. Alright? And that's all I really got. That's all I really got. I will tell you that I'm in love with Tom Holland. I love Tom Holland. I think he might become my favorite Spider-Man. I think so. Listen. I have a mad crush on you, Tom Holland. I have such a mad crush on you, and I love you. And I hope I like seeing you as Spider-Man, and I wish you well and on your endeavors. All right? And these people at home may be asking, why do you have a crush on Tom Holland? There are a few factors that go into this, but he just seems like a super nice guy. Now I know what you're thinking. That's the end of the video. I'm just fucking around at this point. Thanks for watching if you're watching. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep making videos whenever I can. I don't know if there'll always be movie reviews. I'm just gonna make what I feel like making, But I appreciate anyone watching.